The Dork Knight showed up before we even got to the museum. I had a great shot at him, too. Except, my dear little Harley Quinn handed me the wrong gun.
But Quinn, it was kind of funny watching you shoot at him with the bang flag.
What's up, collectors? P-Rockzilla back again for another review, and today we're going to take a look at the Mondo Harley Quinn Batman animated series time exclusive version. This is the one that comes with the hyenas. This was just dropped off yesterday. Should have came sooner, but got stuck in the mail somehow, and it finally made its way home. So I'm super excited to get this girl open because Harley, if you don't know, in the cartoons, she was originally created for the cartoons, and because the cartoons made her popular, from there she transferred over to the comics and everything else, movies and comics. So this is technically the original form of Harley Quinn, and I loved her in the cartoon. I loved her whole personality and stuff like that. Just the costume and just anything in general. Harley was real cool, and to see Joker have someone in his life that he can care for other than himself. I mean, we kind of think he cares for her, but deep down, I think he does. So when this was announced, I saw the Time Edition came with the hyenas. I had to jump on that one. So there we go. Grab the hyena ones. Love the way the hyenas look. Can't wait to open this box and see all the different accessories from different episodes in there. But before we get to that, please hit the like, subscribe button, click that bell notification. So with that in mind, let's get this review started. Dale. What's up, fellow collectors? Die action. Dale. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box before we get the figure out of the box. Right in the front, you get that beautiful art of Harley Quinn. Nice Harley Quinn name right there. DC. And right in the bottom, for ages 14 and above. Address of Mondo. Some other information there. Warner Brothers, DC, Mondo. On the side, you got the Batman Animated Series logo right there. Harley Quinn again. 1/scale figure. On the top, got the cool Batman logo again. On the side, got the Harley Quinn again on the side right there. And then on the back, got the Batman Animated Series. All the people who were involved on making this figure possible. And then the beautiful thing about this is, you do open this, and it's pretty hard there. You get the slip cover, and you get a nice picture of Harley with the two hyenas. This is what I really wanted with the Time Edition. Nice heart, and then right there, you can see the figure and most of the accessories that come in it. And this is a pretty, like, you know, wide box and pretty, you know, big in depth. So a lot of things in here. Cannot wait to see what these accessories are. To see if they bring back any memories of the cartoons or any specific episodes. So let's go ahead and get Harley out and all the accessories. Actually, let's get her out the box first so we see how she looks coming out the box. And once you get Harley Quinn out that beautiful box, you greet with two clamshells. The top one, if I remember correctly, this is basically going to be the regular version. And the one at the bottom is for the time exclusive. So right here on the top, you do have Harley Quinn. Right there with all the accessories, the different heads, the purse, all that stuff like that. We will be bringing everything out, take a close look and find detail. And then below that, we have the time exclusive along with the stand-in base right here. I like these. In my opinion, these are the best Mondo stand-in bases they have. I'm not a fan of the, well, actually, is it this one? I think it's the one that goes around the waist. But these are the best ones. The other ones are pretty plain. I know Mondo said they're going to be improving or updating their bases, so we shall see. And then the lower level of the clamshell, you do have the hyenas and all the other accessories that come with the Time Edition. All right, let's go ahead and get Harley and the hyenas out so we can take a close look in 4K at the fine detail of all the accessories and the figure itself. And now we have Harley Quinn laid out with all the accessories that come in the package, and man, that's a lot of stuff right there. For the price, I'm telling you, this is a good deal right here. I think the time one, if I remember correctly, was like either 10 or 15. I mean, it could have been a little bit more. But look at the amount of accessories you do get with this figure, man. And it's a 1/scale figure, so I do like that. And woo, let's start out. First, let's grab Harley Quinn, of course. And let's look at Harley Quinn to see if she does look like the cartoon. And I can say already, just seeing it from the packaging, I would say she definitely looks like the cartoon already. Love the way, I always love the design thing, like the kind of yin and yang, like different type of colors right here. Always enjoy the way that looked on Harley. Yeah, look at that. The little dots right here. I mean, the diamonds right there. All across the shoulder. Definitely a cool design for a character who, I forgot the name of the person who created her, but definitely cool design. And definitely looks like her, man. She has a decent weight. Not as heavy as Joker, obviously, but she has a decent weight to her. So let's look at articulation. So the head. She can move sideways. She can do full 360. She can tilt her head a little bit to the side. She can, oh no, she can't look up. She barely looks up. That's as high as she can go up. And she can go down this far. The neck right here, is that a joint there? No, it's not. It's just a stiff piece of plastic. So the only articulation is in the head. The shoulders, let's see. Hopefully no paint chips off. So let's see. The shoulders are right here. Let's see. She can go all the way up to do a T pose. You do get, ooh, that's a tight bend right there. Let me see if I can loosen this one up. There we go. So we only get, man. So it's not even a 90-degree bend. It's like almost like a 45-degree. But I mean, it's good. It's good for what it is. Wish we'd got a little bit more of a bend there. This one's a little tight. There we go. So there we go. Not a 90-degree bend, but decent enough. All right, so we move that down. You do get, let's see, let's move this elbow back up real quick. You do get twist at the shoulder and at the elbow. You do, let's see if we can put the arm forward. She can get the arms all the way up. All the way up there. She can go all the way back. She has at the hands, she has bend at the hands and twist. So there we go. And then at the waist, let's pull arms up so you can take a close look at that waist. Sure, she does get articulation at the midsection right here. Not much, but there's some there, as you can see in here. And then she does kind of, there you see the ab crunch going forward is good. And then back is pretty good. Definitely better than the head. And then let's see. So there is no, this is different. So there is no articulation at the waist. It's all on the midsection right here, which is not much. I don't know, man. Not much. Should have been a little bit more. Maybe you can go more, but I just don't want to chip any paint. You can hear it stressing there. So that's all right. Then the legs, she could, I don't know. She can't do a full split because it feels like the actual top piece of the plastic is kind of hitting the inside. So she cannot do the split. Her legs can go forward, but you do have to twist it here a little bit because if you go forward this way, this piece right here is going to rub against the hips. So you kind of have to kind of twist it. So she could definitely do the Hogan boot, as you can see. And then let's see if she gets double bent. See, so she gets double bent at the knees. It bends more, just mine's a little tight. She could do the Jorge Masvidal flying knee. So I wish the elbows had like the double bend like this. That's the only thing. All right, so there's the legs. Let's see something. So she can go forward, back, and then not too much forward. I mean, backwards on this leg. Same thing with that plastic hitting there. But she could do like the, Olympic split, stuff like that. The knees I showed you already. She has double bent at the knees. Not full 90 either. You can see where it stops right there. Maybe we can go more. I just don't want to put too much stress in this figure. I'm just more fearful of paint chipping off. So you get bend there. At the ankles, she gets, oh wait, no twist the ankle. Let's see. Oh no. All right, so it doesn't twist the ankle either. So let's see. The feet, she can go pretty far down with the feet. And a decent amount far up. And that's really about it. I am kind of, she is a little hindered with the articulation. I do wish that we had more of a 90-degree bend at the elbow and some twists at the waist, but that's more seamless, so I don't mind that at all. But the ankles were here too. I wish we would have had some kind of twist at the ankles. All right, so there's Harley Quinn. Beautiful Harley Quinn. Mr. J. All right, so let's look at everything. Now, the way I laid out everything on here is the regular version. Everything on here is the time exclusive version. So let's look at the separate head sculpts. So we got the regular Harley Quinn without the mask on, with the two buns, the two ponytails in her hair, the big bangs, nice lips, smiling, beautiful smile. Then we have the more angry, yelling Harley Quinn face with the mask on, obviously, makeup and everything. That looks cool. Then we get the smiley one. So I'm debating, man. I'll probably go with this one right here for like my final pose. And this is a challenging thing with Mondo sometimes, because they give us this one too. That one's cool if you want to do like a funny scene with Joker. You can have her next to Joker doing something funny. But that's the thing with Mondo is like they give you so many accessories sometimes that it's hard for me to choose. Like, do I want to go with this head sculpt, my final pose, or this one? Oh man, I don't know. It's gonna be tough to choose on this one. Then we do have the pair of swappable hands. We have the like the gripping hands right here. We have the open hands. We have some other gripping hands. Then we have something like it can hold the steak or something, maybe the newspaper. And then we have the hands that she does come with right here. And then we do have her purse. Nice white purse. Does not open. This is a soft malleable plastic, so be careful with that. I can see that maybe ripping here over time if you mess with it too much. Then she does come with a bare hand. Oh, I'm sorry, a bare arm. So I'm pretty sure you just unplug the knee. I mean, probably unplug the... That's going to be different. Maybe something different. I don't know. Maybe it's for the hyenas to eat something. Then we have, of course, a little staff, mini staff jester type thing with the Joker on there. Definitely cool. Then we have the Batman logo on the base. Then the time exclusive stuff, we have the hyenas. And these hyenas do look cool. Now, the only thing is, I do wish that the mouth was articulated, at least the mouth. There's no articulation on these hyenas, as you can see, solid piece of plastic. The tail doesn't move, the legs don't move, the heads don't move. Nothing moves on the hyenas. I do wish that the mouth were to open at least. They should at least give us the mouth opening a little bit. But he looks real cool. There's one with the closed mouth. Then we have the one with the tongue sticking out, which is my favorite one right there. I love that little tongue sticking out right there. And let's see, they have the same patterns. Yeah, but basically the same patterns. The only thing is you see that one spot over here on this one. And they kind of reverse the spots on the other side. But yeah, and it's the same pose. Yeah, almost the same pose. As you can see, the feet and the legs are the same. The body's the same. The only thing is the way, the angle of the head. But definitely looks cool. I'm happy I picked up the time edition because these hyenas are awesome. Just wish that mouth moved. Then she does come with the Batman belt, Batman utility belt. She does come with the bowl for the hyenas. You can actually put water in there. Then she does come with her trusty mallet. And this is actually very light, so this means she can actually hold it in her hand. And it's not going to cause too much stress on the peg or the fingers. It looks real cool. Look at the cell shading right there. You can actually hit somebody with this. Comes with a piece of steak, the raw piece of steak that the hyenas would eat. Look at that. That's pretty good. She comes with a little perfume bottle. You squeeze this and ooh la la, it smells so good. Then she does come with the bone. Give a dog a bone. Ow, ow. That's DMX if you don't know. But it comes with the bone. Comes with the bat handcuffs. Pretty cool. Batman does come with this. I remember his is in black if I remember correctly. And then last but not least, she does come with this Arkham Asylum sane paperwork. Patient Harley Quinn. And you can actually read some of that if you want to read the cursive writing. What happened to cursive writing? We don't do it anymore. They don't even teach us at school anymore. Kind of waste of time. All right, but yep. So there goes Harley Quinn with all the accessories she does come with. And man, it's a lot of accessories. And if you were able to get the time exclusive version, I'm happy for you. If you weren't, I gotta admit, that's something that may bother me, because if I had the regular version, I see people with the hyenas, I'm like, oh man, I wanted the hyenas. But it is what it is. If you were able to get it, I'm happy for you. But if you weren't and you got the regular one, I'm happy for you too, because she is a cool looking figure. And so far, the articulation, we'll see when you do the poses, is pretty limited, but we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and get Harley Quinn ready for a size comparison. And before we do the size comparison, quick correction. The only parts that are the time exclusive are the hyenas, the bowls, the steak, I think the bone too, and it's basically these two head sculpts and these three here. These three head sculpts, the two hyenas, the bowl, the steak, and I think maybe the bone, but don't correct me on that one. Everything else is part of the regular. There we have Harley Quinn standard default pose with her little perfume spray and the regular head sculpt on there, because I want to make sure I get as many accessories into the review as possible. So now let's start the size comparison. I'm going to go ahead and bring another Mondo figure, and this is going to be the Mondo X-Men Anime Series Wolverine. Let's bring in Wolvie up here, bub. Next is going to bring in the Hot Toys, and this is going to be the Hot Toys Batman. Obviously go with the whole Harley Quinn theme thing, and then hopefully my Batman doesn't fall on me, which he will, because he always falling on me. Next, let's go ahead and bring in another figure, and this is going to be a 1/12 scale figure, and this is going to be the 1/12 NECA April O'Neil cartoon version. There we go. So I'm just bringing two of my favorite cartoon females, and there we go. Good size comparison with another Mondo, with a Hot Toy, and a NECA figure. All right, let's go ahead and get the final thoughts and final poses started. And now we have Harley Quinn in action as she's ready to bash Batman's head in, but Batman got the Batarang, so which one's gonna get there first? The mallet or the Batarang? And we do not know, but man, okay, so real quick, as part of the articulation, I thought originally this was the same body as the Catwoman, because the Catwoman, the same thing too, where it does not have articulation on the waist. But the difference is, as you can see that back portion right there, her articulation is a little bit below the chest portion. As for Catwoman, her articulation is right on the line of her, underneath her chest and everything. So the bodies are not the same. I thought they were, so I just want to make sure that I get that clear real quick. And I think the knees do bend a little bit more, because I was trying to get this pose and I was able to get it bend a little bit more, but I still feel a little, nervous about stressing this too much. I don't want to, break the joint or chip the paint, whatever. But if you can get it posed more, and yours is able to pose more without putting too much pressure on it, then, please let me know in the comments below. But I was able to get her in an action stance. The mallet goes perfectly into the hands. The hands are a soft plastic, so they are pretty malleable. We can actually open them without having to reheat them. The head, easy to swap out. The only issue, like I said before, that I had was just some of the articulation. I just wish some of the articulation was a little bit, they gave us a little bit more articulation. I'm trying to think anything else negative. The ankles, it was kind of a pain. If you can see right there, the fact that the ankles don't twist. So it was a little bit of a pain to get that leg right there. As you can see, I had to kind of have it off the turntable in order to have it flushed. I did have the other foot flushed, but I think she's probably moving as the turntable moves. But so far, the articulation is not as limited as I thought it was when I was going through the figure, but I just wish it was a little bit more. And here we have the two ladies of the DC Batman anime series that Mondo has given us so far. And now that I'm messing with these two figures now, it makes me think of something. I kind of hope and wish that Mondo does give us a Poison Ivy going forward, because if you've seen the cartoons, you know that Poison Ivy and Harley end up being real good friends and then eventually have their own cartoon in the future. So that would definitely be something. Mondo, if you're watching or listening, please give us a Poison Ivy. But for now, I had to use my Catwoman, and the fact that I brought Catwoman out, it helped me prove something. Harley definitely stands better without the base and stand. Better than Catwoman. Catwoman's ankles are a little bit weak right there at this portion. So this pose right here, she fell over me twice. So I had to basically work on it a few times. But Harley did not fall. Even when the turntable was spinning and everything, she did not fall. I had no issues with her. So that's definitely a plus. Swapping out the hands, they come off easily. But I did have one where the hand came off with the peg. The hand came off without the peg. So I had to basically remove the peg from another one. Little issue, but nothing huge. So far, no paint rubbing. And no broken joints, so I'm happy with that so far. And man, Harley looks cool, man. I like the way she's looking so far. Definitely cool to have her with Catwoman right here. Catwoman's always been one of my Catwoman, and for some reason, Black Cat Marvel. Those are my two favorite of the females and stuff like that in the comic book cartoon world and everything, even in the comics. But as we can see here, I love having these two together. These two definitely look like they came off the screen, and that's one thing I do love about these Mondo figures. I did start off with the Batman, and I'm starting to go into more of the X-Men and some of the Master Universe. But man, this is what I love, man, because even the accessories, look at that accessory right there in her hand, the other Joker accessory there, the little gem hanging out from the Joker staff, whatever you want to call that, goes to Catwoman right there. So I just want to add that look, add a little spice to it. But yeah, man, I'm loving this figure so far. The articulation is a little limited, but so far I was able to get most of the poses I did want to get. I kind of wanted to have that thing leaning against her head, but I couldn't turn it in the right angle. It just looked weird. So, little limitation, but so far, so good. Finally, we have Harley Quinn with the love of her life, Joker, and I'm very, very happy to finally have this duo together because if you watch the animated series, you know these two are always together. Episode, if I remember correctly, she showed up in episode 8, season 1, but one of my favorite ones was from season 3 or was season 2 where she met up with Poison Ivy. That was a very cool episode. I enjoyed that one a lot. This figure right here, man, I'm telling you, like when I first started messing with, oh, real quick, one thing. I did realize that for some reason, my forearms on my Harley were backwards. So that is why I couldn't get the full 90-degree bend on the elbows. So be careful with that because basically what I had to do was basically twist it at the elbow and I was able to get more bend. The good way to know that is basically her little triangle, her little diamond designs on her left arm when she's standing straight. If you look at her staying straight in a default pose, the diamonds should be facing you. On mine, they were facing backwards, so that's why I didn't get that 90-degree bend on the elbow. But now I fixed that, and I was finally able to get the mallet on her shoulder. You know, I had to do some kind of like guts berserk, sword in the shoulder type pose. So I wanted to get that real quick with my Harley because I love that pose right there. And here she is. She got her hand around holding Joker's butt. You know what I'm saying? So she's and basically Joker's like, he got his little, pick right there waiting for it. He's like, all right, somebody come. Try to take this hand off me. But they look cool together. The hyenas are awesome together with Harley. I still wish they had some form of articulation, at least in the mouth or the neck, so you can kind of, pick which one you want to pose on each side. All the accessories are awesome. Basically, not many issues with this figure. No paint rub just yet. I did have the issues with the articulation, but like I said, I fixed that with twisting the arm around. I just wish she had a little more waist articulation. And one thing that I do notice that the same thing with Catwoman is the way they have the articulation below, like the chest. If you tend to pose it backwards often, it does tend to get a little bit loose. Where basically you try to put the chest kind of lean forward more, and if you were to kind of lift the arm up, any kind of weight will kind of push it back a little bit more. But these two right here look like it came straight from the screen, and that's the intent when I pick up my Mondo figures. I love the realistic look of the Hot Toys, but I also love the cartoon look of these, and this is what they stand out for, and this is the reason why I will keep collecting this. I want to complete most of the Batman line. Do have Man Bat coming in. Can't wait for that one. That's going to be a big review. Woo! Can't wait for that one. But man, I'm loving this Harley Quinn. Look at that Gula. Whoa! I didn't realize that in the cartoon, man. They gave her more of a shape than they gave Catwoman, but I'm happy with that. So it is what it is. They look amazing. Oh my God, I'm so happy to finally have them two together. I hope you guys did pick up this figure. If you were on the fence, I understand that maybe the time one, if you missed it, I still recommend picking up the regular one. The time one, you are gonna kick yourself for not picking up that time one because those hyenas are cool. But if you're on the fence, I would say definitely pick up the regular one for now because this figure does pop and look better in hand than from the picture. Even the pictures looks cool, but having the figure in hand, once you start posing and everything, it's just so many things that pop on it and just gives you that memory of the cartoon. So that's why I'm happy with this purchase. Thank you, Mondo. Please, Poison Ivy, and Clayface. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit that like, subscribe button, click that bell notification so you can be notified of upcoming reviews, streams, and shorts. And as always, collectors, keep collecting, stay safe, be good, dale. Go watch the cartoon, check out Harley. You won't regret it.